So we have reached the point in our project where it's time for the HVAC and the plumbing teams to figure out exactly where they're going to fit ducts and pipes in this building. And that's always a challenge, Brian, isn't it?
It is, Richard. Yeah, we had some LVLs in the floor that came across over here and one across over here, which really restricted me from getting any drain work from over here across. So individually had to vent the shower and the toilet.
Okay. So normally you'd wet vent that, right?
Yep, but because I couldn't get across, that wasn't happening.
All right, so by definition, a wet vent, which is a standard component for plumbers, is normally there might be a toilet here, and these are the lavatories. And from this point down would be the drain. It would come down here into the branch where the toilet might be. So this pipe between here and here would let water go this way, but also would double as the vent for both the toilet and the fixtures, and that would be called a wet vent this way, and you couldn't do that.
Nope. So individual drain to the tub, individual vent up, which was another obstacle. Because of the LVL here, we ended up having to build a new wall in front of the wall to get our vent up into the attic space.
It's always problem solving. So all the vents work their way up through the building here, but you still have a full-size vent stack right here that has to get up and out of the building too. So typically you just go straight out, right? But they said no, no, no.
That's correct. And the vent stack that we typically would just poke through the roof here, they wanted the vent to come through on the other side of the roof. So I piped all my vents through the existing floor joists so that we could stay clear of the attic space above, and connected them all on this side of the roof, which it will penetrate the roof right there.
All right, so that deals with the vents, but we still have the drains to deal with.
Let me take you down the garage.
All right. We're underneath that primary bathroom.
Yep. So here's the LVL that we were talking about upstairs.
Right, so there's your toilet drain working its way back with pitch right here. And then you don't go into the building, though, you turn.
We had LVL blocking. We had no interior walls, really, to come down. So the easiest approach was to just run the 3-inch drain, make our way to our last fixture, which is our sink drain, and then just come down the wall and go through the foundation.
Well, that's only for one bathroom.
That's true. Let me show you down the basement. So a 3-inch drain from up in the garage from the primary bath will come in right here. And then we have another laundry and another full bath up here. And then we have a whole nother building out back that's going to be pumped in from down there.
That's right.
Up into the basement of the main house.
That's right. If this was a typical unfinished basement, you could run all these drain lines back anywhere you wanted, pretty much with pitch, and get it back to the exit point. But this is all completely finished down here, so you got to hide it.
That's right. So we're going to hide it behind a 2x6 partition wall, bury the 4-inch sewer main, pipe it along the foundation wall here. And our challenge is that we couldn't get underneath the stair landing.
Right.
So we're going to exit the building here, exit it on that side, tie them together outside, and go to the sewer main once.
This job seemed really simple on paper.
Yeah, it did.
What's the next step for you? Can you finish the roof?
The next step is to finish the drain work on the other side of the building, and then start water piping.
All right. I'll help.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.